Hey guys, happy new year. I hope everybody's doing amazing. And guys, my theme this year is abundance. That is my word for the year. And that's I'm looking to grow with everybody around me. I write a book on what I don't know about money. Now, I've written 50 books on what I do know, but there's still so much untapped, unexplored money that we as females, we as African American women, minority women, and minorities in business, period, are not taking advantage of. And in my quest to continue to develop those individuals that make millions of dollars, we're about to add something new to the mix. And that new is with my host, Shanedra Washington, founder and CEO of Black Orchids PR. We're going to create an accountability group to help you get through the process of getting your business certified as a woman owned business or certified as a minority owned business. Say me if this is something that you know you need in your life, you know you need in your business, and we're going to talk more about it. If you go to bit.ly/ contract money 2023, we have a free event coming up so we can tell you exactly what we're going to be doing to help you guys get certified. Go register now. Don't wait. And let's talk about today just the fact that there are millions, I'm going to say millions, but really billions of dollars in government contract money that is set aside, meaning can't nobody get it but a minority business owner, can't nobody get it but a veteran owned business, can't nobody get it but a woman owned business. Millions of dollars. You should be excited. If you're excited, let me see some emojis in the chat because you literally should be jumping up and down at the opportunity to not have to struggle to get clients on social media, to not really have to learn social media at all. You know, if you're new in business, this is a great opportunity for you to do the work to get you set up to get money from the government. And as everybody knows, they don't run out. Shanedra?
They don't run out. So for 2021, they had a whopping 637 billion with a B. Okay. With a B in government contracts. Okay. And they set aside about 5% for women, 5% for minority owned. So you talking about a whole 10% of that $637 billion out there in government money. And that was mind blowing to me because before I came on this side, I didn't see the world in the context of what the government buys. But as time would tell it, I'm like, oh my gosh, these people buy everything. Okay. When I say everything, they buy everything. If you are a business owner, I want you to think about the things that you purchase to run your business. Maybe it's digital advertising. Maybe it's products. Maybe it's consulting. All these different things that you buy to run your business, guess what? They buying it too. They are buying it too. So that's the first way to look at it in terms of them as an operation. That operation, which is large, I mean, they provide everything from medical to education to whatever it is. They need service providers to be able to come in. Somebody says, Tiffany, she says they buy paper clips to airplane parts and does and all kinds of services from grass cutting to somebody. You know what, I actually met someone at an event and they have a moving company. The government, okay, look, they paid these folk, okay, to move some office furniture from floor 6 to floor 10, and it was a 5-figure contract for the weekend. They did it on a Saturday and was done. Literally showed up at 8 o'clock in the morning and crew in and out by like 1.
Baby, I know a lady, Shanedra, that taught slip and fall classes.
Mm-hmm.
When you see this yellow sign,
Right.
That means be careful. Now, if you mopping, you need to use the yellow sign. They paid her $5,000 a day
Mm-hmm.
to teach 30 people for 4 hours. So literally, she made 1,000. Guys, it's almost like you can't afford to not be certified to work with the government.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to get more information, we're hosting a free event, bit.ly/contract money 2023. Because, when it comes down to it, we make it hard on ourselves sometimes.
Yes. Yes.
And nowadays, you're going to have to figure out what is the fastest way for me to get a new client. And that fastest client may be the government.
It might be. And the thing about it, while I love to talk about how green it is, what's important here, I mean, you're still going to have to do a level of work, and a part of that is certification. So, while we paint all these pictures, oh, it's green, it's money out there, but you're still going to have to do some footwork to get it. So when we thought about bringing this out, we say, how do we make this, easy to digest and want people to strap on for accountability to get this done? Because go out there and look at the information. But if you don't have a propensity for understanding how some of these websites lay out the information, you need an accountability group and some help.
Look, well, let's just break it down, because I'm going to be honest, Senator. I think that everybody, given enough time, could understand.
Maybe.
But as women, we don't have enough time.
Now,
our biggest, when do you have time, uninterrupted, free time to go and just study and try to figure it out? Without having somewhere to go to ask questions, without having a point of accountability to get it done. I mean, literally, we are dying with 1,000 paper cuts. And we're dying because we don't have anybody to show us or tell us how to set these businesses up correctly.
Right.
In order to qualify. And that's all that it boils down to. Can you do the work? Can you, the government funny, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to connect all the dots. And they're not gonna say, well, she tried to connect the dots. She was close to connect the dots. Maybe if we give her another chance to connect, they want the dots connected.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I can honestly tell you about our community is that we're not sharing information the way we need to share information, nor do we always want to pay for the help we need. So we want to make it affordable. We're going to be offering a level of scholarships for people to be able to partially afford this. I tell everybody off the rip, it is a partial scholarship. But whatever you're doing, and not only whatever you're doing in your business, whatever you can do, can you teach? Can you train? Can you host? Can you collaborate? Can you partner? All of those things will make you eligible for government revenue. So make sure you register at bit.ly/contract money 2023. When is the event? Look, I don't even have it on. Let me put it on my notes.
It's the 17th. But Coach, I really like what you said, the last part about that partnership and collaboration, because at the end of the day, it is going to take, when you get beyond certification, it is going to take some level of right for an actual contract. So what I like what you said about the collaboration piece, because I remember, I think like last year when I first started thinking about, certifications, I felt like I was so far away from it. You know what I mean? Like I was just so far away from it. But it took for me to have to sit down, have some conversations, go to some events, ask some questions. And I say, really, Sinead, you're not as far as you think you are away from, being able to be certified and to be able to secure a contract. But the partnership becomes especially critical because some of these, particular type of contracts, there may be something that you are, grade A, but there may be this little part of the contract that, you may not have the skill set or expertise. So you just need better backing. being able to partner with someone and other companies is huge in government contracting.
And not only that, these people that you graduate with
Mm.
are going to
Mm-hmm.
be a huge. So, this year to me is all around networking. This year for me is all about building these conglomerates of women that make money.
Mm-hmm.
Men
Mm-hmm.
have been doing it for centuries. Other ethnic groups have been doing it for hundreds of years. It is time. It is time for us to start looking at what we can achieve together
Right.
versus being in competition for the crumbs. I mean, and if you're struggling in your business right now, this is the place to be.
Mm-hmm.
Social media is a heavy lift.
It
There's
is.
a lot of competition out here. Let's go somewhere where we're celebrated and not just tolerated. And that's my whole thing for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Why struggle when you don't have to? Let's do a little work and get into a field where everybody's not gut punching each other and knocking each other over the head for a few dollars. bit.ly/contract money 2023. And Renetta, we definitely have an affiliate program. So if you refer people, ask. But this event is free. It's on Tuesday, January 10th at
Mm-hmm.
7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And also Tuesday, January 17th
Right.
at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. But we're going to be here every day at 10-ish. Uh, uh, y'all heard that ish, huh? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So invite your friends, share the broadcast, let other people know. My business besties, I'm gonna be helping you guys get the right verbiage to go out and post on your social media so we can get the right people in the room. But it really is just it's a real thing, guys. And we've ignored this money for too long, and we've settled.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stop settling
Mm-hmm.
for what is less than ours, and we complain as if we don't have the money. But are we willing to do those things that are necessary to put us in the players' ball? What you say, Shadid?
I love it. Well, me personally, I'm gonna do what's necessary, okay? And I want you guys to come on with me, okay? I don't want to leave. I want you to get on the. I want you to get on the train so we can go together. But I am willing to do the necessary steps, and it takes that time and that dedication. You're gonna have to take the time to get paperwork and things of that nature together. That's why it's important to come into, accountability session. So you say, okay, this week I can tackle this because, baby, it's some stuff you're gonna have to attach on these people's form. Okay, it's some certain, legal documentation and requirements that are gonna have to be there. So are you gonna be willing to get this bag or let the paperwork put you in a headlock? Like, what you gonna do?
And one of the things, Nate, that I've seen people do, and I even talked to a lady and I said, we're going to be putting out this government contract accountability group.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, I can go here and they'll help me for free. I said, okay, well, how long you been doing this process? She said 3 years. I said, so
It's not right.
something ain't working. And that's the mindset that we've got to get into. We've got to get into that mindset that if something ain't right, if something ain't working, we need to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And with a lot of us, it's not that it's so strenuous as much as it's a lot of steps.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Confucius say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with just one step.
Just one step.
So if every week you're working to put the steps, and then, when the class is over, we're not going to just throw you out. If you need to get extra time in order to complete the process, we're going to be offering you an opportunity to get extra time to complete the process. But we got to start networking. We've got to start working together. We've got to stop stop saying that I'm too busy to make this money, because
Mhm.
there's no such condition.
And one of the things, and we'll talk about this more, in these sessions, but guess what? They ain't gonna chase you for it. So
Nah.
they're not going to chase you to give the money to you. So yeah, they set aside the percentages for women and minority, but guess what? Some of it go unclaimed. Some of it literally sits there unclaimed. Like they didn't have nobody applied for this. Nobody. And that's really sad. And I think when I came to that reality, I was like, oh, okay. That's the shift right there. Because you mean to tell me, and I ain't talking about chunks, I'm talking about millions, actually having conversation with somebody who had to give back millions because she was helping to try to get some black businesses a particular type of contract. And she said, I tried. Woman searched hard for 6 months and she had to give back $4 million because her organization, she did her due diligence, could not find certified companies for this particular type of contract. And I was like, ouch. I said, how could it be? I couldn't believe it. So I had to start digging and, it comes to that reality, but to know that the money sits there and they not, I appreciate that they try to get, a partnering organization to kind of help fill it, but the government people not going to chase you. They just not. And they
Really,
would
to be honest, guys, nobody is.
good.
I mean, that's just the honesty about money, is that nobody is
Mm-hmm.
going to chase you. Nobody is
Yeah.
going to run you down.
Yeah.
Nobody is going to beat you up and make you take a bath. There's no reverse muggings going on. Nobody's going to chase you down the street and grab your purse and stuff money in it. That's just not how it's going. And I know that we work hard.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta work a little smarter.
Smarter. That is definitely that is definitely the goal for 2023. And and when I think about the contracts, I like that you talked about social media, coach, because like you say, the social media game is tough. It's always changing. It's all these different platforms. It's what time do I post? What are these people like? Do I need to dance? Do I need to do a reel? It's a lot. It
And
really,
then
really
down
is.
to, some people just say they don't want to do it.
Of
I mean,
course.
if you're one of those people and you're saying, I really just don't want to uh go live. I really just don't want to be on TikTok. I really just don't want to be in reels. I really just don't want to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
Then here's another alternative.
What's
I
another?
tell people all the time, you're going to do what you're going to do, and you're not going to do what you're not comfortable doing. And it's not like you could just make yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make myself go live. Let me know how that works for you.
Yeah.
Because it really doesn't work. It really doesn't. Guys, if you haven't shared the broadcast, make sure you do. What we're talking about is the billions of dollars and government contracts. And I don't want you guys to overthink this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you guys to overthink this. What I want you to think about is the fact that if there were money somewhere that was allocated to your business, what would you be willing to do to get it?
Mm.
I know the first thing that you think is that, oh, I'm not qualified. But the crazy part is, once you get the certification, you don't even have to get a contract in your industry. You can subcontract, let somebody else do the work, and you stay at home and get the cash. So, we really just have to start looking at living a different way, and
Mm.
that everything is not going to be hard, and that we've already sowed seed, and that we're worth it. These opportunities that they're putting out there, they're not putting them out there because they are friends. They're not putting them out there because they like us. They're putting these opportunities out there because they know who built this country, minorities. They know that we haven't always gotten our just desserts. They know that um, when it comes to wealth, we're not on the same page. And they're doing what they can do in their own way. So, yes, they're going to make it tough. It's not going to just, they're really trying to qualify people,
Right.
not a process.
Right.
And if we work together, we can get through this process.
And really what I want to challenge people to do, I mean, like, yeah, I know you are doing this thing for certification, but I want you to treat your business like a business, okay? I want you to have the paper. I know we're doing the certification. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I want you to treat this thing. I want you to have the articles that you need anyway. And we have to get away from that, because to be honest, if we really being honest, this really shouldn't be that much of a heavy lift, because you should really already have it. You should really,
And it and it
you should really
positions
already have
you
it.
for so many other things.
Like, and when I looked at these documents, I say, well, I come from a background where I used to actually look at big companies, small companies, for a matter of legitimacy, right? So now that I'm on this side, I'm doing it for me. And I said, well, Shanadra, you already have a cult and how to, I said, this is no different. You don't get to just, say you're in business and not have any documents to prove it, or not have the sufficient. I want to challenge you to have this stuff anyway, period. So while there may be a couple of things in there that you may have to, finesse a little bit in terms of getting in the right format or whatever, but many of the documents that they're asking for are just really, legitimate financial documents and registration documents and things of that nature. And those are the things that, you should have at any rate. So it really made me say, well, you have to talk about this more. You got to make sure that you are encouraging people to do these things in the front. Because to be honest, it may feel overwhelming when you look at all this stuff and you realize, you've been in business X number of years and you don't have any of this stuff. That's when you have to start asking some tough questions. So I always make sure that if it's something turning in my business, whether it's an address change or whether, whatever it has to happen, a bank account change, that I am documenting it properly, and I am keeping my business documents in a special area and making sure I'm intentional about keeping them updated, intentional about a name. This is real life stuff.
But Shanadra, all of that's going to play a role when it comes to your taxes, when it comes to you receiving funding from the
It
bank,
definitely will.
when it comes to you receiving grant money, and when it comes to you receiving these contracts. So this is not a wasted exercise.
Exactly.
This is going to open up money beyond, so much money, even beyond the contracts. It's really just past time for you to legitimize your business.
It is. And these same documents, I've been in programs and stuff this year. These people ask me for those documents as well. They are. They're asking for specific things that are in line with this. So this is a matter of legitimacy. That's what it is. So I mean, and if you can't see the value in that, then that's a huge flaw. Because it goes so far beyond that. And in my mind, like, okay, well, how many other ways can I show that my business is going where it's going? How many other ways can I do it?
But once you've done this, you've done this.
That's it.
I think, and that is the big thing that people need to realize, is once you get through this process, it's like driving into a gated community. Baby, not gated, no, guarded, not gated, because these people got gates. This apartment buildings got gates. Everybody and their mama be riding up in there. Let me say guarded, because the difference between guarded and gated. If it ain't a little man at the booth, baby, you live in a gated community, not a guarded. People say, oh, I live in a gated community. Okay, everybody got gates, baby. They got gates in jail. So let's talk about the difference. This puts you into a guarded community where it's just not a lot of competition.
I like it.
And if you're willing to do the work, and you ain't gotta come out here and keep fighting social media.
Yeah.
I just look at it as a win. Now,
It is.
what you can do, and guys, if you haven't already registered at bit.ly/contract money 2023, what you can do is you can talk yourself out of this money. You can talk yourself out of this opportunity. I see guys do it all the time.
Mm.
Oh, I'm not qualified. My business this, my business that, and you make up all of these reasons where you're not eligible for this funding. But, I'm here to tell you, you got to do something different if you want something different. And this is a year of total abundance.
Mm.
So if you're ready to speak life over your money and do something different and really get a harvest back on all that seed you planted, maybe you're just harvesting in the wrong place.
That's good.
Because sometimes we tend to do that. We start down a path and we think that we're committed
Mm-hmm.
uh, to that path. But the truth of the matter is, you can change at any time, and no one can judge you. Because, girl, are they even really watching you? And, girl, if they are watching you, girl, why they not watching themselves? I'm just saying.
Hmm.
They need to be keeping their eyes on them and them, not Eminem. I'm just so very serious. We're so resistant to change, but what if that change is gonna make you $250,000 a year? What
Wow.
if that change is gonna make you $500,000 a year? Instead of you out here trying to sell a $15 ebook.
Because that's a lot of ebooks, Coach. That's a lot of ebooks to sell to even make any kind of imprint. That's a lot of.
I try to tell people that, oh, I made me an ebook, baby. So to make a run at $1 million, you're gonna have to sell 500,000 ebooks at
Jeez.
$19. I'm just saying.
Jeez.
But that's a bunch of ebooks, that's a bunch of people. So if you want to, have that one client that's going to be worth your time, that's the government.
Mm-hmm. And like you say, I ain't seen them run out of money yet. I'm not saying I'm as deep in the game as many of you, but I haven't seen the people run out of money yet.
Baby, it's hard to run out of money when you can just go in the back room and print some
And
more.
just print it. Okay.
Just print some more. Oh my God, they look. I ain't got no print over here, baby. Every time I go live, I just be running in front of them. Yeah, I be like, Coach, why you sweating, baby? Because Shanedra finna come make a pickup. I got to print out some bread. Okay, but this is it. To me, this is the equivalent.
Mm.
This is the equivalent of, the money is already there. Am I willing to get the right equipment? I tell people all the time, you have millions of dollars in your backyard. If I told you that you had mineral rights in your backyard and that we know there's at least $1 million worth of gold, but it's 1,000 feet deep, baby, you had your children out there with shovels and spoons, your husband with a jackhammer, y'all be renting bulldozers. You would do whatever it took to harvest that money.
Right.
Same here. The same here. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? And money comes in so many different forms. We got to stop being locked into a job as our only form of revenue. We got to stop being locked into, oh, this internet business is my only form of revenue. We got to be open to however he sends the blessings. We got to be open.
Yeah, and I've learned that so much from being in this community, and really just taking the active steps, because it seemed like every time I look up, oh, they made money that way. Oh, she made money. I mean, it's like literally everywhere. Like you go to different events and people say, "Oh, I did this," and it's like you. I mean, you don't have the context. I mean, the reason it's important to walk the walk is because, like, maybe right now you don't know. There was a time where I didn't. I just knew the paycheck, right? But coming in on this side, I'm like, what? It's like it's really like a metamorphosis almost. You can't even go back to how you were before. And I said, my God, I said, literally every time I turn around, somebody shows me that it's money everywhere. Somebody shows me. You see it. And then sometimes when I go back on the other side, I'm like, well, this might not, and I had to snap out of it and say, Shanasia, baby, snap out of it. How many times are you walking and in your mind, you're literally seeing the dollars. You just got to keep walking and take the shots and make the steps and stay open to the idea of abundance. And sometimes people are not open to that idea of abundance, but my mind is always open to the ideas of abundance.
Say that again, Sandra, because a lot of times we have closed ourselves off from abundance.
That's good.
And we're so quick to say what we don't qualify for that we're literally blocking God's blessings.
Man. Yeah.
We're blocking them.
Yeah.
Because we want to dictate where the money is going to come from. But I'm in that season where I'm saying, Lord, bless me no matter the source.
No matter the source.
Bless me no matter the source. Mm-hmm. It don't matter if you got to send money to my house with my blessing. No matter the source. We want to be so scrupulous about, where we receive our blessings from. Oh, I didn't work for this. Bless me no matter the source. Mm. It doesn't matter if, I didn't sign up for that source. Well, why didn't you? If it's an option. So, guys, I know it's the new year. I know everybody's back to work. We're not going to hold you long. We'll be back Wednesday at 10:30. But, guys, what you got to understand is that, and I may come back tomorrow by myself, who knows. But what you got to understand is that the abundance is there. The money is there. The contracts are there. The revenue is there. You're going to have to make a real choice in this season.
Yeah.
How you spend your time in order to elevate. Mm-hmm. How do you spend your time in order to move the needle? And how do you spend your time in order for you to live the life that, you were born to live?
Yeah. That's good.
And you don't have to wait. I'm wrapping up this book called Live Rich Now, which is like 50 ways to add beauty to your everyday life. You don't have to wait till you're rich to take a bubble bath. You don't have to wait until you a multi-millionaire to drink some fresh squeezed orange juice. When you start looking for the beauty and the abundance in your everyday life, what you're going to realize is that nothing is off limits to you.
Nothing is off limits to me, Coach.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
I love it.
Nothing is off limits. The world is your oyster. The sky is the limit. And you just have to be open to your abundance. Mm-hmm. It's all on you. The world can't keep you from it. The man can't keep you from it. Your enemies can't keep you from it. Nobody can keep you from it. Nobody but you. So handle you accordingly.
Right.
All right, guys, we're super excited. We hope you're just as excited. Make sure you register for the event next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time as we kick this off at bit.ly/contractmoney2023. And we will see you guys later. Bye.